thinking a lot about organizational cultures, and when I think about that, one of the questions that comes up is how do we motivate people? And when I think about that, I think of a culture of motivation, or is our culture motivating? Right? So I thought today I would share just a few ideas and thoughts on what we can do and what a motivating culture looks like. So let me just real quickly go through some bullet points with you. One is communicating openly with employees. Open and honest dialogue and communication, authentic and genuine communication, transparency, all of that develops a culture that motivates people. It builds trust. It also gives them information and knowledge so that they can make decisions and be part of the organization. They can help drive the goals of the organization. A second point is minimize the difference between supervisors and employees in the relationships. Now let me clarify what I mean by that. I'm not saying that we need to necessarily be best friends and go on family vacation with all of the folks that report to us. But at the same time, can we try to minimize the gap that oftentimes we put there? Some leaders like to tell people how smart they are or how much authority they have or remind them of their title, which creates a gap between employees and supervisors and actually puts a gap in the relationship. I think of things like you pull up to an organization and the parking spots closest to the front door have signs or are painted for who? The president, the CEO, the vice president, the executives, executive that, executive this, right? And the message that sends to the organization. I'm certainly not trying to devalue these leaders and what they've accomplished in their life. They certainly deserve a great amount of respect, and that's very fair and reasonable. I think when we do intentional things like that, it sends a message of value and importance. And it doesn't necessarily speak who's more valuable or more important, but it talks about who's less valuable and less important. And people feel that, and that becomes demotivating. I think when we can close that gap, it becomes motivational. Creating a comfortable environment in which employees can develop and use their abilities. Do we create a space where they can be creative, where their input, their ideas are received, are accepted, are actually asked for and sought after, right? Do we value their knowledge and their skills? Do we value the fact that we hired them and they're smart people and they're good people and we want to involve them and learn from them? We want them to participate. And the final point is sharing of decision making so that employees have a say in the decisions that influence them. When we make decisions, who do we ask? Who do we involve? Who do we get input from? Do we allow them to share their thoughts and ideas? In fact, at times, do we turn decision making over to other people, or do we as managers, supervisors, and leaders just keep it all to ourselves? I think if we can take those handful of points and apply them into our daily lives, I think we begin to build and enhance and grow a culture that's motivating. I wish you the best in doing it.